going on, guys? It's Kyle. Today we're going to be talking about the worst movie I've ever seen, The Human Centipede 2. I have it playing on behind me right now just to set the mood here, but this is probably the worst movie that you've never seen, or if you have seen it, it's probably the worst movie you've ever seen. I hated it. I hated every second of this movie, and I'm not going to break down the whole movie like I normally do with movie reviews. I'm just going to do a general summary, and then I'm going to tell you all the things I hate about this movie and why it sucks so bad. As you already know, I like to talk about disturbing movies a lot because of the disturbing movie Iceburg that Wendigoon did a few years back, and I've always liked that video and always have been interested in these movies and if they're worth watching. And this is one that I never touched on. I tried to watch it one time with my buddy, but we hated it and never finished it. But I powered through, just like the title of this video. I suffered through this movie, so you don't have to. I'm just going to give a quick summary of it, then I'll get into it. So the movie starts, it's a black and white, the entire movie's black and white, and it starts with a man in a parking garage watching the original Human Centipede. It's obvious he's very obsessed with this movie. It shows that he has a scrapbook with it, and the movie just goes on with him gathering victims for his centipede and bringing them to this warehouse where he killed a guy that was showing him the warehouse as if like he was about to buy it. So he brings a bunch of victims back to this warehouse. His mom tries to kill him. There's a few scenes with it.
I've decided to kill us both.
He gets all these victims at the warehouse, and then you get to about 30-ish minutes in the movie, and all the victims are there. The entire last hour of the movie is just brutal torture with scenes of, just terrible scenes happening, and I'm going to get into some of that at the after part, but, you get it. The last hour is just him making the centipede. And then the movie ends with him getting away and not dying, and there's a terrible scene involving a newborn baby that I'll get into. It's not what you think, but I'll get into that too. And that's pretty much the movie. It's just a cheap copy of the original, because the original is kind of misunderstood. The original movie is like I've seen people talk about with how it has like Nazi symbolism. That scared the hell out of me. Oh my god. Okay. The original movie is pretty much understood, I think. It's obviously grotesque for the sake of it being grotesque, but it has a genuine story going on where it's talking about like it's kind of reminiscent of like the human experiments that the Germans would do in World War II. I'm not going to go on a full breakdown of the original movie. If you're watching this one, you've probably seen the first one. But that's pretty much the Human Centipede 2. It's just pretty much a cheap copy of the original. So let's get into some of the scenes on why I hate it. Some key takeaways from this movie that makes it suck is the actor, the main character in the movie, Marvin, is a short man, and they call him mean names, but he doesn't talk. He says no words through the duration of this film, not a single one. The only thing this man says the entire film is like, oh, ah. I mean, that's all he does like the entire film. Then he'll lick his finger all nasty like. It's gross. But we hate Marvin. He doesn't talk the entire movie. The actors in this movie absolutely suck. Like the mom, the mom's entire arc in this movie is to hate Marvin and try to kill him and blame him for getting abused by his father as a child and sending him to prison. She literally says that. It's a line in the movie. And then a lot of it's over the top with like some of the stuff in this movie. Like you have a psychiatrist who comes to talk to Marvin and really likes the boy a little bit too much. It doesn't show nothing, but he really likes him in a weird way. And then it goes to like the torture aspects, and the torture scenes in this movie. It's like a whole hour of one, but it shows Marvin, detoothing a bunch of people, tucking them in with a crowbar, or putting them to sleep. It shows him Lego piecing them together. I mean, there's just a lot. Like, it shows all of it. But it's all in black and white, so the gore isn't like super crazy. But I mean, if it was in color, if it was done well, it would look atrocious. Another scene with this movie, I mentioned the baby. I'm sure you're on your toes about that. There's a pregnant woman that he wants to put in this human centipede, but he thinks he kills her whenever he puts her to sleep with the crowbar. And so later on in the film, after the centipede is built, he like makes too much noise, wakes up the pregnant woman, and she runs outside getting herself into a car where she has labor. This scene is so stupid because she has labor and the doors are locked. Marvin can't get in, and he's not like a tough man. But she's freaking out and pushes her newborn and then crushes it whenever she hits the gas. And it's like the stupidest scene I've ever seen in my life because it's so unneeded. I mean, like, I get it's disturbing because it's trying to wow you and be like, wow, I'm disturbed. But it just made me mad because, like, the doors are locked. He can't get in. Pick up your kid. I mean, oh my gosh. It made it all for nothing. This movie sucked. I hated it. But, I mean, there's just a lot to hate about this movie. I could go on and on. There's a really funny scene in the movie with Marvin's mom where Marvin, I guess, is in the shower and it shows Marvin's mom stabbing the bed and all the lights are out. So I guess Marvin's mom thinks that Marvin is there. And Marvin kind of just walks in like this. Get out of your mind! Get out of your mind! And then he just lays back down in bed like nothing happened. But for the most part, this movie is very disturbing for the sake of it being disturbing just because of the gore. It's over the top in every way you can think of. There's excrement, there's blood, there's nudity. I mean, everything about this movie is abhorrent. And on top of it, though, it's just not a good movie. It's not a fun watch. It's kind of a slog. Like, you're kind of just waiting for it to end because whenever the torture part starts, you would think you'd be like glued. You ain't. Like, it's just so bad. It's so terrible sitting there and watching it because it's just mind numbing. There's really nothing to take away from it that's entertaining. It sucks. It's a terrible movie. I give it a 1 out of 10 on everything. So it's probably the lowest rated movie I've done on my channel so far. But it deserves it. It's at the main top spot for the worst horror movie I've ever seen. And I suffered through it for you guys. I believe my next video I'm going to do is I'm going to do a ranking of all 12 of the Friday the 13th. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that. If you don't want to see that, let me know what movie I should watch. I'm up to watch anything, especially if it gets enough comments. But thanks for tuning in, and that scared me to death with the flag. I'm definitely leaving that in. But yeah, that's the movie in the background. I'm going to have to blur some of it so I don't get copyrighted. But yeah, I believe that's going to be about it for this video. Sorry I haven't posted in a little bit. I just put up a video on my channel a couple minutes ago. It'd probably be a day or two ago by the time you're watching this video of me hiking earlier. I found a really cool cave up on my property. Let me know if I should do something with that. And that's going to be about it for this video. Have a good one.